this computer. Well, well, well. Here we go.
Well, we are weirdly back.
Back in a weird fashion.
Maybe I'll do the introductions tonight.
Oh,
Hello, I'm
yes.
Ethan K. I am
Hi.
not a senior reporter for Decider.com. I am, in fact, a longtime advertising writer, former writer for Wizard Magazine, former writer
Okay.
for Toy Fair Magazine, former writer for MTV.com, and for many years I did top 10 lists for The Robot's Voice, formerly Topless Robot. Um,
We have a
and
lot of
with
the
me,
same credits.
a lot of the same credits. I mean, with me is the Karen Page to my Foggy Nelson, Brett
Oh,
White.
oh yeah, okay, I'll take that. Since I am the one with the blonde wig most sometimes.
You
And
just passed for Deborah Ann Woll better than I could.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, baby. Let's just discuss what we're gonna be watching. Sorry. So
You
I
need
mean,
caffeine, man.
I mean it is a 9:20 at night. I'm exhausted, got a lot of work. Work is crazy. Uh just the confluence of the Circle season 6 with X-Men 97 with We're Here, which I was on.
Brett was on We're Here.
Season 4,
Season
episode 1.
season 4, episode 1. I didn't remember if it was season 3 or season 4.
And so I'm just really tired, debilitatingly tired. And I will be going to Tennessee next week.
And I
Uh,
will be going to Florida, Orlando next week, um, for what Megan and I are calling a Disney World staycation. We went to Disney
Man.
last year for around Halloween time. So we got to go to the Halloween party, the not so scary Halloween party. We did a whole bunch of stuff, and then Megan came down with COVID while we were at
Oh.
Disney.
Oh yeah.
So Megan, we both stayed in the room at the Grand Floridian. I would go out with a mask on and get meds from the Walgreens in Orlando. I had to take a lift to get there. So we're like, we didn't finish up our Disney vacation very well. With the Disney Vacation Club, we have points that we needed to burn or we lost them. So we're like, okay, we're gonna make this cheap. The points themselves already paid for, part of the timeshare. We're not gonna go to the parks, which is like 800, no, $900.
Oh God.
We're just gonna stay in the room, watch TV, sleep late, go to fancy dinners around the different hotels. I'm not going into the parks. And then I had the idea today that, you know what, we can take the PlayStation 5 down and play Baldur's Gate from the TV in the hotel. We just need to hook it up with the HDMI cable. So Megan absolutely loved that idea. So we are going to be playing our co-op game of Baldur's Gate in a hotel at Disney that is prepaid.
Hell yeah.
It's weird.
And I will be in Tennessee working remotely from my mom's place to be there for Mother's Day
That's good.
since I mean my dad died a month and a half ago.
That's
Uh
why we
which
haven't put
is
out a whole bunch of episodes.
where things have been. Although I think we did Family Affair post that, I think.
We did Family Fair. We didn't talk about specifically why
But
we were delayed.
for some reason, Family Fair did not cure my blues. I am still depressed.
uh,
um,
which kind of goes into what we were thinking of doing with this season, because Family Affair obviously not a comedy.
a drama. Yeah, talking dramas because we did what was the 50s? Perry Mason, A
Harry
Family
Mason.
Affair. And then we were gonna in the full interest of transparency and also because I don't know when we'll be able to record an actual episode, here's us deciding what to do. There's
This,
70s, 80s, and 90s.
they're gonna
Um,
be like drama-ish, drama-y, drama-ish.
yeah, single camera. I would say no laugh track, but Family Affair tried to fool us into thinking there would be a laugh track or thinking that they were real jokes. And they weren't. Um, but no, and I'll be going to Tennessee. I'm working remotely. My mom got actual internet. Apparently she's been on DSL. She's been going through the
Oh,
phone lines. I guess
classic.
the beginning of the internet, which when I was there for the funeral, meant I could not do anything. My laptop could not even get onto the internet. It was,
Hmm.
and I ended up staying with my mom for a week, then just to unload unpack all my stuff and get everything, the 30 tubs.
Huh.
Uh, and so that was a fun week of no internet and no on-demand television either because the buffering would take hours and hours and hours. So now
Oof.
I'm excited to potentially go back and actually get to show my mom actual television instead of just baseball. So that will be
Well,
fun.
I'm glad you get to be with her for Mother's Day. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
help her
oh,
out with stuff.
I'm trying to wake up and be alive, but I also bought this uh vintage inspired Blue Beetle.
Hey, Ted Cord Blue Beetle.
McFarlane Toys. Now I'm currently, if you want to get on eBay and look up, I'm selling all of my old card backs, my old boards. I brought them back. Every single action figure I've ever owned, I kept the packaging for. Not the bubble, but the blister pack or
The card.
the card. I kept every single one of them. So I still have all of them and I'm currently selling them. I sold all my Ninja Turtles ones for 150 bucks.
Woo!
And currently listed are a lot of about 140 GI Joe, cops fighting crime in a future time, Captain Planet, DC Superpowers slash Batman 89, well 90. Yeah, so go on eBay. Part of a selling my childhood.
Uh,
Whatever.
I'm selling my adulthood on eBay. There's a lot of stuff that is taking up space that Megan says has to go. So I have a couple books, couple manga. I have a first edition Mark Twain if anyone's interested in that for a pretty good price. Um
I'm
and
Madrox 84 on eBay. I
and
don't.
I'm Moon is God thanks to my love of Keith Moon, former drummer for The Who.
I feel like eBay is like the last vestiges of like, what is the name you chose in 2001? Because I've been on eBay since like 2001. So yeah, Madrox
Yeah.
84.
I used to work at the Crayola factory in Easton, Pennsylvania, where they make it's not where they make the crayons, it's like the visitors center plus
Oh,
the Canal Museum was there and they had a bunch of other stuff. And I worked the information desk for the Lehigh Valley Convention and Visitors Bureau. And believe me, the story is going somewhere. I had a computer with such restricted internet access, but the one site I could get was eBay. And this was 2001, 1999, 2001. I was able to do all that stuff.
yeah.
Look up
So
original Simpsons cells and stuff like that.
so much fun. So yeah, look up all of my. Trying to think if I have anything else within arm's reach. I brought back a lot of old VHS tapes. I think there's a Dick Van Dyke VHS tape that I brought back from Tennessee.
I have a
So,
couple Anime Age magazines, Japanese.
I
Um, this one's the best one because it's Magical Princess Minky Momo, a show that I've never seen. I don't even know where you can find it. But the what happened was she was really popular until she wasn't, and her toys stopped selling. So the toy company is like, "Oh, we're just not going to sponsor your show anymore." So the animators had her get hit by a truck and killed.
What the hell?
She got hit by a truck, and they have like a whole funeral episode, and then she gets reincarnated to the same parents that she had before. So it's like kind of like a hiccup. It's like, oh, you're gonna pull our funding? We're gonna kill your character. Boom.
Jeez
And they're like, well, we
Louise.
still have a contract. We have to make all these episodes. So they brought her back.
Yeah, they're wilding out. That's
Oh, and
nuts.
the truck was a toy truck,
Of
like a
course.
toy company truck.
uh,
So those are for sale.
very dramatic. Yeah, 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 basically I'm also exhausted because I spent all of Sunday listing a lot of these on eBay.
Oh, that's a
Because
lot.
they gotta get out. And also I'm crazy and like to take very thorough photographs and then also document exactly what is in the lots, which I do think that people appreciate. If
I
you're a
get that.
collector, you would want to know whether or not the flag point is missing on this specific GI Joe board. Um, but podcast in life, I will say, um, I'm gonna call 90s. So yeah, let's go through and figure out what we're gonna talk about 70s, 80s, 90s, and I'm gonna say for the 90s, we're doing an episode of ER season one.
Oh, that was the only episode, the only season where I might have seen an episode or two.
Because my husband and I are still watching it. It's literally the only show that we've watched for the past month. And we are currently on season 13 of 15.
I will take that action. I will watch. Where do you watch ER? Where can you find it?
You can find it on Hulu as well as Max.
Oh, perfect.
Because it is a Warner Brothers show. But yeah, hey, streaming deals. Who the hell knows? Um, but no, yeah, I wish that we had. I was like, I wish that we had actually started a podcast about it because we have a lot of hot takes when you're 13 seasons into a show, and these are 13 22 episode seasons. So it's we've I guess seen 200 plus episodes, almost closing in on three of this show. No original cast members are left, baby. Season 13. We're in an awkward period. The year is 2005, 2006, and it was the era. I remember like in the mid aughts when TV loved sensitive folk rock singer songwriters like Ray LaMontagne or like your Joss Stones. Um,
Gaston.
you know, there's just so many sensitive needle drops of just like folky, you know, Rufus Wainwright if Rufus Wainwright was straight, like that kind of vibe. And
Yeah.
it's getting to be a lot. It's getting to be a lot, but that was the era. So yeah, I would like to do an episode of ER season one. Because that's one of the most exhilarating seasons of TV that I have watched in a very long time. Um,
Okay.
ba-ba. uh, and so I mean, the Blizzard is the episode that I would want to do. Um, but well, but I mean, hey, judging by the title, that's a very cold weather episode. Um,
Okay. Well,
ER
that's.
season
I
one.
mean, that still has all the great cast. That has Anthony Edwards. That
Yeah, this
has
is season one is you know and all of the cast, George Clooney is the first to leave and see no. Sherry Stringfield is the first to leave in season three, but then she comes back in eight and stays through to 13.
because she is.
Early 13.
Yeah. But I remember this was well known for being George. Everyone just discovered George Clooney, even though
Oh yeah.
he'd been working
On
regularly.
sitcoms.
Sick and horror movies. He did Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. He did Return to Horror High. I remember those quite well.
Oh, maybe okay. So there's the Quint we could do the Quentin Tarantino episode.
He directed one?
Because he directed an episode of ER, episode 24, because he had, I think, just worked with George Clooney on From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh.
correct? Right, yeah. And it was like, hey, you want to come direct an episode of VR? Which, in my opinion, speaks to how cool and groundbreaking ER was that
Okay.
the hottest director in film in 1994, which is the year that Pulp Fiction happened,
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I'll direct an episode of ER. Like that is wild. That doesn't happen now. But that's how fucking great that show was.
All right. Season one, Quentin Tarantino episode. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Episode 24. It is titled Motherhood. Oh, and it's a Mother's Day episode. So like that is actually like seasonally closer. Um so no, but like the 1970s. Let me see.
I have an idea.
Oh,
Now, I have two ideas. I'm looking up to see if no, no, okay, that one's not there. So I'm looking on Daily Motion and hold on. Okay, so the show is one starring someone that we saw before.
is
Um,
is this Switch starring Eddie Albert and Robert Wagner?
no,
I
this
wish we could
is
do
this
that.
is My Favorite Martian with Bill Bixby, the magician. The pilot episode is streaming on Daily Motion. It is Bill Bixby is a stage magician who also solves crimes. Ah!
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh my, wait, oh God. All these promo photos of him just holding a fuck ton of giant cards.
Yes.
Oh, this
So
TV guide cover is really cool. Where he's like this. He's
it lasted 22 episodes, which is like one season.
and this
Um,
it's crazy. Yeah, so this is what he was doing between the Hulk and My Favorite Martian.
I mean, we could do the Hulk too. Is that an
Nah.
80s one?
Wait, hold on. So if you go to Bill Bix, okay, no, sorry.
What?
I'm on the magician Wikipedia page, but I thought I was on Bill Bixby's, and I thought that Bill Bixby's default Wikipedia photo was him from The Magician, which I'm like,
Well,
no.
he was a stage magician. Like it's one of those like in his spare time, he also did stage magic. So this was like, yeah, the Hulk was great. Yeah, he did a whole bunch of My Favorite Martian, but this one was really close to his heart because he got to do stage magic.
Oh my God.
So
Wait. So midway through the programs around, the idea of the airplane was dropped, and Blake took up residence in a posh apartment at the Magic Castle, a real club devoted to magic acts.
I wish there were more episodes online. The only one I can find is um
The
I guess
pilot,
there
The
were,
Magician.
yeah, the pilot episode, The Magician. It's an hour and 10 minutes.
Wait,
Don't worry,
which
folks, our podcast will not be an hour and 10 minutes. It'll probably be longer.
yeah.
But I can't
Wait,
find
what?
any episodes on. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's just I'm just seeing like montages of the opening credits. So, yeah.
People are not doing the Lord's work when it
Yeah,
comes to the
it's kind of
magician.
it's now
The
we can find the magicians.
No, the magician
Oh, we
pilot,
Bill Bixby
Bixby.
was also courtship of Eddie's father. So he was working pretty seriously. But this one he got to be a magician and live in the magic castle. So like that's my suggestion
That's
for the
oh
70s.
yeah, I mean I love that sounds absolutely insane, which is exactly the vibe. So but it's on Daily Motion, so we have to ride the pirated airways.
Yeah. Well,
So
sometimes that's the only place you can
that's
find
the
something.
only way because hey, it ain't our fault. Make stuff available to watch.
Yeah.
Uh
I mean, I can
and
also look up Vimeo and see if it's on there.
pilot no, the magician pilot.
No, there's a lot of weird shit on there already. Nope. Stay away from that. So here's then the next question is we've got the 90s, we've got
Oh,
the
there we go.
70s. What do we do for the 80s? And
Oh
you
yeah.
can't say heart to heart.
No, well, hey, I can still say it. but I don't know. So yeah, I was looking. I was like, okay, let me look up. Oh wait, ooh. I'm looking at the Emmy winners and Emmy nominees for the 80s when it comes to drama. Lou Grant is an interesting because that's
Hmm.
them taking a sitcom character and putting him in a drama. That's one. Hill Street Blues, The White Shadow, Rockford Files. I'm honestly thinking like Dynasty or Dallas.
Oh, I was thinking about those earlier today, being like, we could dip into that. My issue with that is that I always thought that those were like weekly soap operas.
They are.
So you do have to kind of like know what's happening
Oh, hey,
previous.
but if you're just jumping in cold, it's insanity.
That's a good point. Oh, that's
And
a
I
good.
love Insanity. And I actually have watched for a while. I was actually watching Dynasty. I don't know if I made it through season one, but I was just like putting it on, and it is pretty nuts. The fashion's great. There's also like Magnum PI. I don't like Saint. Well, we're doing okay. So we're doing magician procedural and medical drama. So magician shows and medical shows are off the table.
So let me throw one at you. Love Boat.
Oh God, yes. Oh God,
Because Love
yes.
Boat started in 77. It kept going until 80, 86. Kind of 90s. There were some specials.
Yeah,
Um,
but I'm sure there's like yeah, so and I love Love Boat. Although Love Boat is kind of a like if Love Boat is like it's like the Clark Kent or it's like the Kal-El of television, where like if all of television is exploding and you can only choose one show to put into the raft or whatever to be an example of what television can be, you would send Love Boat because Love Boat is drama, it is musical, it is comedy, it is mystery, it is romance, it is.
it it doesn't show up on the list of 80s drama shows on Wikipedia. So
Well,
it,
it
it's
has a laugh track, or at least early seasons did, which is wild, but it is an hour. And also, it's not funny. Well, also it's God, it's why television was perfect back then.
I just want to see Ted Lands as your bartender because he is a Shakespeare authorship doubter, much like myself.
And I just want to see closeted icon Gavin McLeod, uh, who I've convinced myself was a homosexual.
I have
Uh,
never seen The Love Boat.
Wait, we've never actually watched The
I've
Love Boat?
never actually watched it.
Jesus, wow. Another. Okay, what in the hell is Rumpole of the Bailey?
Oh, that's British. That's
Okay, that makes sense.
that's a courtroom drama.
Well, that was an Emmy nominee in 1988. What about also just a general the Linda Hamilton Beauty and the Beast, the Linda Hamilton Ron Perlman
Oh,
Beauty and the
the
Beast.
Ron Perlman Beauty and the Beast. Oh, is that streaming anywhere? I know
I
that
don't
Love
know.
Boat is
It has
streaming.
to be. Love Boat's everywhere. Love Boat's
Love Boat's
definitely on
streaming.
Paramount Plus.
I
But
know that with the podcast that I'm listening to, Disney Dish with Jim Hill and Len Testa and his wife are watching every single episode of Love Boat.
Love Boat, like for a podcast.
No, just for fun. Some people do that for
I
fun.
just want to point out that Beauty and the Beast, starring Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman, was nominated for an Emmy for Best Drama for 2 years in a row. That is something, let me tell you.
Is it streaming? That's a good question.
Uh, I'm like, who would have the rights? I'll go to realgood.com
I'm
and
looking
then look
on
for Beauty and the Beast.
It's on Paramount Plus, it's on CW.
Beauty and the Beast, 1989.
It lasted 3 seasons, 4 years. All of them are on the CW.
Well, let me see. Paramount
Season
Plus.
3 is on Paramount Plus.
Wait, just season three?
Apparently
I'm looking.
so. Yep, just season 3.
Well,
Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. All three of them seem to be. Oh, no, I was
or
right. Season 1 and 2 are unavailable. Season 3 is available
Wait, where on Paramount?
on Paramount Plus.
Why am I'm looking at Paramount Plus and I don't see it? Beauty and the Is it just maybe I'm typing in Beauty and the Beast?
You have to sing
No,
it
I'm
too.
only getting Bold and Beautiful and Young and Restless for some reason.
I'm looking at it. I looked it up on Amazon Prime. I'm sorry, I looked it up on IMDb, and it says that seasons 1 through 4 are on CW, the CW app.
1987. Okay,
Beauty and the Beast.
is it on No,
Oh,
this is a 2014 weird thing.
yeah, it's the remake of Beauty and the
Oh,
Beast is on CW. My bad. That's the one with Christian Crook from Smallville. So
why why are we locking Beauty and the Beast away like Belle was in the movie, but in the TV show her name was not Belle. Her name was da, 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 da,
assistant district
Catherine
attorney.
Chandler. Yeah.
I'm looking at the cast list. It's got Armin Shimmerman was in 16 episodes. I don't
Jeez.
know. I think between these two, my vote is still for Love Boat
Oh
since I've
yeah,
never
because
seen it.
we can't really find but oh man.
And I love Ron Perlman. I think he's extremely interesting. His autobiography is one of my favorite autobiographies to read because he swears like he speaks. He's like, I went back to the old neighborhood and this motherfucker came up to me. He's like, "Where's my fucking money, asshole?" I'm like, "I just got back here, piece of shit." Motherfucker, like, he swears constantly in his book.
Oh man. Yeah, it is just it's nuts to me considering okay, so first of all the fact that the writers for the Beauty and the Beast show included Alex Ganza and Howard Gordon, who would go on to do a ton of X-Files, and also George R. R. Martin,
Okay.
uh, which
Okay.
is just absolutely nuts. And also just that, Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton being two of the more iconic genre actors to ever live. And we don't talk about 1987's Beauty and the Beast and how
This was
the
well,
the
this
cast
was
was split into two categories, world above and world below.
this was, I mean, this was when everyone kind of like noticed Ron Perlman because I remember he'd done a couple things. He did Ice Pirates, which was crazy if you ever get a chance to see it. Quest for Fire, 1981, where he plays a caveman.
Oh.
His big one was Name of the Rose,
Ooh.
1986, with Sean Connery.
Ice Pirates
Um,
starring Robert Urich? I'm on
yeah,
board. Robert
and
Urich, very hot.
Bruce Vilanch
Not hot, but
and Angelica Houston.
wow.
Yeah, it's an odd one. It's a weird one. It's not very good, but a lot of it's got, people love it. But Name of
Robert,
the
just
Rose, big one, and then Beauty and the Beast, he did that, and then he was big.
I feel like we could do a round of just Robert Urich, like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all of his because he was just on a bunch of stuff that never really took off. But damn,
Yeah.
hot. Um, okay, so yeah, Love Boat. What episode of The Love Boat?
Oh,
I
you're
feel
you're
like uh name literally any celebrity that you are a fan of and we'll find their Love Boat episode if it was in the
John
80s.
Jerry Colonna. Oh, he was dead. John Saxon.
IMDb. Okay. IMDb.com. Well, it's probably easier to do. The Love Boat, IMDb.
Listen, as two middle-aged men use the computer.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Oh
It's
God.
okay to be middle-aged.
I mean, I'm definitely not
I don't know if John
young.
Saxon was in the Love Boat. I'm just kind of like assuming because it was the Love Boat.
Yeah, and literally, I mean, like, I mean, I'm about to say there's one episode that's like Betty White, the Village People, like, in one episode. It is John. Wait,
I'm looking up John
Saxon.
Saxon.
Wow, he wasn't. That's insane.
He was not in. Hmm.
Now, oh no, there was a character named Linda Hamilton. That's nuts.
He was in 2 episodes of the A Team. Just keeping that in mind because that is a
That
kind
makes
of a
sense.
comedy.
That makes sense. The Halston episode is really wild.
Now they have to be
Okay.
in the 80s. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
key. It
yeah.
has to
That's the
be
which is most of the episodes. So what's another celebrity? Give me another celebrity.
uh
Like,
Ricardo Montalban.
oh, that's yeah. Okay, well, he was the horse race announcer in the episode. Oh, was it a what is this? Come on, open, open. Uh in a 1980 episode. Oh my God.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Nope. I got what is it? What is it?
What? The so
I
the
have to
well,
veto
first
I have to veto it because it needs to have Ted McGinley and he was only on the show from 83 to 87.
oh no, you don't have to have because this one here's the title. And now remember that every episode of Love Boat is a minimum of three different storylines. So all three of those have different titles. So the title of every episode of Love Boat is like four titles. So here's the title of this one. The Horse Lover slash Secretary to the Stars slash Julie's Decision slash Gopher and Isaac buy a horse slash Village People Ride Again.
Uh,
So
it's an AO3 mirror site if I ever heard one.
also starring, oh my, so we got Lonnie Anderson, Robert Stack, Alan Ludden, Betty White, David Doyle, and the Village People.
And the Village People.
God.
Okay. Just for us to be able to do like a history of the like a little bit of a history on the Village People.
Well, what is also nuts is I do think the Village People were on a lot of episodes
They
of
I think they were too. We
uh
can talk about Can't Stop the Music.
uh oh no, they were only on one episode. So yeah, this is
They
actually the
were only on
iconic
one episode.
episode.
Where is it? Oh, I have the photo book of the movie Can't Stop the Music. So it's the entire movie played out with photos of the Village People with speech bubbles coming out of their mouths.
Oh
And
wow.
you got Steve Gutenberg, you got Valerie Perrine in there, you got Caitlyn Jenner
Oh, we got Marty Ingalls, who
in the
Marty
same episode.
Ingalls was just no, but he's in another one. But he was just in an episode of ER that I watched from 2005 or six.
How
But
about
yeah, I
Austin?
mean that who?
How about Austin Pendleton?
Uh Ellie
Yes,
Teowen?
yes, for our listeners who are under the age of 40, we are
No,
throwing out weird names.
I don't got it.
All right. I think that even though it doesn't have Ted McGinley, who is fantastic in Shrinking now, um, I I think that's a great episode. The Village
Oh my.
People, Lonnie Anderson.
I mean David Doyle, Betty White and Alan Ludden. But it is like, I mean, Jessica Walter was in eight episodes. Rue McClanahan was in seven. Carol Channing was in seven.
They
Ethel
just like
Merman,
they like
Robert
taking the
Reed,
boat. There's enough stuff to do on the boat. They couldn't do it
Dick
all in one
Tavak,
trip.
Dick Martin, Tom Bosley. It's iconic. Herb Edelman, Telma Hopkins, Jamie Farr, Joanne Flug.
How many episodes was Jamie Farr in?
Let's
Because he
see.
just seems to me like a guy that would just like hang out the
Four
Love Boat set. Okay, that makes sense.
between 78 and 83. It's like, hey, you want to do another Love Boat? Come on over. Uh,
We
God,
talked
I
about Jamie
just
Farr with when he did like one scene in Streets of San Francisco, and then he was in MASH, and we didn't mention that he was is it Danny Kaye's sidekick on the Danny Kaye show?
oh.
Like, how did
Huh?
we know? How did we know? How did we not know?
So for the 70s, we're doing The Magician, season one, episode one, the pilot. And then for the 80s, let me just get that what code that is. Uh, we're doing season 4, episode 7
Season.
of The Love Boat.
Okay.
And then for the 90s, ER season 1, episode 24, I do believe.
Yeah, if you can write these down, I don't have some paper with me, and that's
Uh,
my mistake. I was not prepared.
oh wait, chat. Can I Slack? Or can I what this was just
Yeah, and I'll
so
throw it in an email to myself.
the magician 1 times 1, the love boat, ah, 4 times 7, and then ER 1x24. So there you go. Get ahead. Watch with us.
This is going to be exciting. We decided to do a little something a little bit different with this season, and I'm calling, 50s through 90s one season. I think we've done
Oh,
three
bro,
seasons at this point. Um,
so many.
you've done more than I had. You were doing this before I jumped on board
Well,
and rode
the
your coat.
the family affair was the 150th episode.
Oh,
So what
what
a
a what a great thing to celebrate with.
yeah.
Child death. How nice.
No kid died. A kid just got the mumps or whatever in that one.
Oh, you mean the one we just
Yeah,
did?
the one we just did. Yeah.
Okay.
It has taken me since April 2017 to get to 150 episodes, but that's what happens when you're doing a podcast with mental illness through mostly a pandemic.
You could have just said like we're important people and we're busy. Like
Oh no,
we
I
can't be
want to
McElroy brothers.
elicit sympathy. I want pity.
We both want to
Uh
elicit money from people because that's why we're
that
selling
too.
people.
Venmo at Brett White 1 with Brett hyphen White hyphen 1. Donate. Donate.
Well, I think that this was very productive. This was a good board meeting, gentlemen,
Mm,
gentlemen.
yeah, I was gonna say this should be called like upfronts or something, or
Yeah, like
so I'm
behind
trying
the
to think of some
this is the kind of stuff that happens when Brett and I talk. And last weekend, if you had been free, we would have done this over dinner, and we wouldn't have recorded it for everybody.
Oh yeah, and I would have been able to give you all the weird stuff I brought back for you from my childhood collection of Disney Happy Meal ephemera.
Whew.
So and
There's a
also just PVC figures.
there's got to be a market for that stuff on eBay.
Well, if you are live in Chattanooga, Tennessee, go to Epicos and a comic book shop my cousin owns, and a lot of my toys are there. Or if you live in Loudoun County, Tennessee, go to the Goodwill in Loudoun City, and all my other stuff is there. So they went to one of those two places.
Check us out. Where are you? Where can I find you on the internet? Oh, check me out on eBay. My handle
eBay,
is known as that.
Madrox84. Please buy my
Um,
old garbage.
I am planning to put up a very rare, um, fairly expensive 1920s magic poster. Um,
Magic
it's
the Gathering?
it's from The Magician. No, it's starring Bill Bixby. No, it's something that I want to put up that I bought it at auction, and it was kind of expensive. Don't tell Megan. Um, and I was like, oh, this is cool, isn't it? It's Grover George. He's got a pyramid in the back. He's going like this. There are spirits around him and devils and all kinds of stuff. And Megan's like, I don't like it. I don't want to put it up on the wall. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, I could put it up on my wall, but I know that she doesn't like it. So I'm like, maybe I'll just sell it. So
Hmm.
that should be up soon. It's 27 by 41 inches, so it's big.
That's a big
And
baby.
it has been reproduced many times, and this is an original. Just putting it
Oh,
out there. I want to put it up on the eBay. Keep an eye on it. It's pretty cool.
work.
Always be
Uh,
selling.
ABC. Wait, ABS.
ABS.
Uh, and everybody, yeah. So, follow on Instagram at Must Have Seen TV. Follow me on Instagram at Barb Hardlear at Brett White. Email us, review us. buy things.
Yeah, you've been
And
great. I love you.
until
All,
next time, I'll see you on Must Have Seen TV. I don't I just got why what's wrong with my brain? It'll get better.
it'll get better.
Hashtag it gets better.
That's that's gonna be the tagline to this
It's
show.
just
It's gonna get better.
the shows it will get better. I don't know. Let's say that for 7 years.
We're gonna keep
And
doing